Hello friends. In this video, we're going to show you how to design a snow-covered winter scene bonsai. Snow-covered bonsai trees are unique because of their delicate appearance. Their bare branches that seem fragile and lovely, and also the white flocking that covers the tree like fresh fallen snow. Today, I'll be creating our own version of this by adding unique twist of using light colored wire throughout the tree to resemble icicles. I think it's going to turn out great. So let's get started. If you're new to our channel, welcome. We love to share all aspects of bonsai with you, and we hope that you find these videos helpful. So please hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when we release a new video. And if you enjoy what you see, please give it a thumbs up. Alright, let's get into today's project. The first step to creating a snow-covered winter scene is to choose a suitable bonsai tree. For this project, we're going to be using a Chinese elm bonsai tree. This tree has small leaves which are perfect for creating a snowy effect. And the delicate branches will look beautiful when covered in snow. The next step is to prepare the bonsai for styling. We want to remove any excess foliage to give the tree a more delicate appearance. This can be done by pruning the branches back to the point where they intersect with the trunk. This will create a more open and airy look that is characteristic of snow-covered trees. We also want to remove any dead or diseased branches. You may have noticed that there are two branches here that are growing straight up. They don't really fit the style we're going for, so we're going to prune them off. Once the tree has been pruned, we can begin the process of adding snow to the branches. We are going to be using a combination of white flocking and light colored wire to create the effect of snow. First, let's take a look at the materials we'll be using to create this project. First, we have the Chinese elm bonsai tree that we've already prepared. Next, we have the white flocking material. This will be the base of our snow-covered effect. Then we have some light-colored wire that we'll be using to create icicles throughout the branches. We also have some scissors for cutting the wire and a paintbrush for applying the flocking. And finally, we have a tray to catch any excess flocking material. To begin, we're going to start applying the flocking material to the branches. Using a paintbrush, we're going to brush the flocking onto the branches, making sure to cover them evenly. Be careful not to apply too much flocking though, or it could weigh down the branches and cause them to break. We're going to continue brushing the flocking onto the branches until we've covered about 2/3 of the way up the tree. We're then going to move on to the trunk of the tree, brushing flocking around the entire circumference. Again, we want to be careful not to apply too much flocking, so we're going to work in small sections and build up gradually. Once we're happy with the amount of flocking on the trunk, we'll move back up to the branches and finish covering them. While the flocking is still wet, we're going to take the light-colored wire and start wrapping it around the branches. We're going to wrap the wire around the branches in a spiral pattern, starting from the tips of the branches and working our way down. As we wrap the wire around the branches, we're going to make sure to leave small gaps between each wrap. This will create the effect of icicles hanging from the branches. We are going to continue wrapping the wire around the branches until we've covered about 1/3 of the way down the tree. Once we're happy with the placement of the wire, we can trim off any excess with the scissors. Now that the wire has been applied, we can take a clean paintbrush and gently brush away any excess flocking material. This will help to create a more delicate and realistic look. We're then going to take some tweezers and start placing small amounts of flocking material onto the wire. We're going to place the flocking material at the tips of the icicles, creating small mounds that look like snow. We're going to continue placing small amounts of flocking material along the wire until we've covered the entire length of the icicles. Once we're happy with the placement of the flocking material, we can take a clean paintbrush and gently brush it across the tops of the icicles. This will help to smooth out the transition between the flocking material and the wire. The final step to creating our snow-covered winter scene bonsai is to add a final touch of flocking material to the base of the tree. To do this, we're going to use a small paintbrush and dip it into the flocking material. Then gently tap it against the base of the tree. This will create a light dusting of snow at the base of the bonsai, and that's it. Our snow-covered winter scene bonsai is complete. Let's take a moment to admire the delicate branches adorned with glistening icicles and a light dusting of snow. The overall effect is stunning and truly captures the essence of a winter landscape. When displaying your bonsai, it's important to choose a setting that complements its natural beauty. A simple and elegant solution is to place the bonsai on a wooden display stand. The natural texture and color of the wood provide a perfect backdrop for the bonsai, allowing it to be the center of attention. Additionally, a wooden stand elevates the bonsai to eye level, making it more accessible and enjoyable to view. To further enhance the visual appeal of the display, you can surround the base of the bonsai with small pebbles or stones. This creates a naturalistic look as if the bonsai is growing in a rocky terrain. It also helps to anchor the bonsai in place and prevents it from drying out too quickly. If you want to add a touch of whimsy to your display, consider including miniature figurines such as a squirrel or a bird. These charming accents can add a playful touch to the overall composition and create a sense of whimsy. When watering your bonsai, it's important to avoid getting water on the delicate branches and foliage. To prevent this, you can use a watering can with a long spout. This allows you to water the soil without disturbing the snow-covered branches. Alternatively, you can mist the bonsai with a spray bottle filled with water. This will help maintain the integrity of the snow-covered effect and keep your bonsai healthy. To maintain the health and appearance of your bonsai, it's important to follow a few simple care tips. First, make sure to water your bonsai regularly, but avoid overwatering, which can lead to root rot. Secondly, fertilize your bonsai during the growing season to ensure it has the nutrients it needs to thrive. Thirdly, protect your bonsai from extreme temperatures and direct sunlight, which can cause the foliage to scorch. Finally, inspect your bonsai regularly for pests and diseases and treat them promptly to prevent further damage. By following these care tips, you can keep your bonsai healthy and ensure that it continues to flourish for years to come. By incorporating these elements into your display, you can create a visually appealing and enchanting scene that showcases the beauty of your bonsai. Remember to experiment with different accessories and personal touches to create a unique display that reflects your style and creativity. So friends, there you have it. A unique and stunning bonsai creation that embodies the essence of a snow-covered winter landscape. The delicate branches laden with glistening icicles and the soft blanket of snow create a serene and picturesque sight that is sure to captivate anyone who beholds it. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more exciting bonsai content. Until next time, happy bonsai gardening.